What is going on, guys? It is Wrestlelamia here, back with another video. Elimination Chamber is officially in the book, and now the bigger conversation begins. Randy Orton is now on the road to WrestleMania, and WWE has now firmly set the direction for WrestleMania season. Now that the dust has settled inside the chamber, it's now time to break down the real reasons why WWE pulled the trigger on Randy Orton winning, and what it means for the road to WrestleMania. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos. Now, tonight's Elimination Chamber ended with Randy Orton walking out of the Elimination Chamber as the winner, and it wasn't just a surprise booking call, it was a calculated decision with multiple layers behind it. Whilst everyone assumed before the Chamber PLE that Cody Rhodes was going to come out with the big W, that didn't happen that way. Has WWE now given up on the Cody Rhodes singles push? Well, it's not quite simple as that. There's still going to be many twists and turns as we head on to the road to WrestleMania, and this is just one of them. Whilst Randy Orton is a seasoned veteran and a future Hall of Famer, WWE hasn't really concentrated on giving him any big PLE wins since WrestleMania 41, where he defeated Joe Hendry, but every single PLE after that, he's managed to lose. In fact, he only has 2 wins under his belt on PLEs, the Joe Hendry win and his return at the Survivor Series War Games match in 2023. So this win has come out of left field. But number 1, Cody vs Drew has grown stale. A direct rematch between Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre felt unbelievably predictable. The rivalry has not just already been explored, it's been done to death, with them even having a 3 stages of hell match with a conclusive finish. So it was no wonder why fans didn't want to see this rematch happen for the upteenth time. Fans were clearly looking for something fresher. Having Randy Orton win the Chamber match was definitely unpredictable. This will only actually be the 3rd WrestleMania that Randy Orton has main evented. He actually hasn't main evented the show in over 12 years, which is insane to think about with the legend that is Randy Orton. Giving him a credible win here was much needed. Number 2, Triple H heard the backlash. A fan's reactions definitely matter, especially during WrestleMania build season. There was a noticeable pushback online about repeating familiar matchups. By pivoting to Orton, Triple H has avoided any backlash and injected a fresh dynamic into the main event scene, and this actually doesn't come as much of a surprise, as there have been many reports of WWE rewriting the WrestleMania card over and over again. WWE, and more importantly Triple H, was definitely unhappy with how predictable the WrestleMania card was going to be, with many of the matches just being rematches. I mean, this is the biggest show of the year, and we definitely can't have rematches all up and down the card. Even Triple H himself would call the win unpredictable, as during the post-show press conference, he mentioned, "This is going to be interesting. I don't think anybody called Randy Orton coming out of that chamber, though Randy can do anything. I think everybody thought it was going to be Cody Rhodes, so this is a hell of a swerve on the way to WrestleMania." But it may not just be that simple, as number 3, what's next for Cody? Rhodes not winning doesn't mean that he's out of the title picture entirely. There are still strong rumors that Jacob Fatu could be inserted into the championship scenario later, with internal belief that Fatu is being positioned for a major WrestleMania moment. There was also the report that was only just made a couple of days ago, where the Wrestling Observer had revealed details for WrestleMania 42, and it was reported that Cody Rhodes was virtually a lock-in into the championship match. The other talk regards McIntyre's WWE title match. It's a virtual lock, Rhodes will be involved in that. Whether it's a singles match or a 3-way with Jacob Fatu, or even more that would involve Randy Orton, Sami Zayn or others is unclear and may not be finalized. What we have been told is that a match involving more than 3 people is not being talked about right now, so it's still Rhodes, and if someone is added at this point, it would only be Fatu. My impression is that this has already been decided, even though plans for the rest of the show are being rewritten. But there's also another theory gaining traction online that Orton winning could be the catalyst for a Cody heel turn. If Rhodes feels the opportunity was taken from him, tension between the two could slowly fracture their alliance, setting up a betrayal storyline heading into the spring. At number 4, Orton was the only logical choice. Now let's be realistic, the only 2 credible winners here were Randy Orton or Cody Rhodes. Rising stars like Trick Williams and Javon Evans may be over, but they're still being established at the top level. LA Knight hasn't been consistently pushed into the world title picture recently, and Jey Uso's fan backlash and tag commitments limit his availability. That only leaves Randy Orton, the proven safe but impactful veteran who can headline WrestleMania while younger stars continue to develop. Number 5, LA Knight was never the favourite. Now if you watch WWE Unreal Season 2, you can see that WWE still has no faith in LA Knight despite him being so over with the crowd. And he remains popular, but historically he hasn't been positioned as a long-term centerpiece under the current regime. Whilst he had a good showing in the chamber match itself, he's still considered lower in the pecking order, even before stars like Logan Paul. Number 6, the quest for number 15. Now Randy Orton has openly spoken about chasing his 15th world title. A Chamber win guarantees him a WrestleMania 42 title match, the perfect stage to inch closer to the legendary 16-time mark shared by John Cena and Ric Flair. That narrative alone sells itself. Number 7. Unfinished business with Drew McIntyre. And McIntyre recently blindsided Orton during a SmackDown bout against Aleister Black, costing him a major win. Giving Randy Orton the Chamber victory guarantees a high-stakes grudge match with the champion, one already layered with personal tension. Number 8. The main event momentum before the final chapter. Now, after a 2025 filled with losses to top stars like Gunther and Rhodes, analysts argue that Orton needed a statement win to remain firmly planted into the main event scene. With talk of his final chapter slowly approaching, WWE may be prioritizing one or more historic runs. With this win, Orton surpassed John Cena for the record of the most cumulative time spent in Elimination Chamber history. It also positions him to challenge for his 15th world title in Las Vegas. Now, in the end, Orton wasn't just the safe option, he was the strategic one. Now the question becomes, is WWE setting up one final championship run for the Viper, or is this merely the beginning of an even bigger twist on the road to WrestleMania 42? Number 9. Randy Orton to be revealed as the real attacker. Or whether intentional or not, Drew McIntyre's interference inside the chamber created a distraction that ultimately cost Cody Rhodes the match and allowed Randy Orton to capitalize on it. On the post-show, SmackDown General Manager Nick Aldis addressed McIntyre directly, stating, "Sorry to interrupt, I'm just gonna make this quick. Drew McIntyre, I've told you time and time again to stay out of this and let this happen the right way so that one man could earn the shot to face you at WrestleMania. But you couldn't do that, could you? You seem to be so hell-bent on preventing Cody Rhodes from getting another shot at you. Well, guess what? This Friday night on SmackDown, it's Drew McIntyre versus Cody Rhodes for the WWE Championship. That's all I have to say about it." And the announcement may settle the immediate controversy, but it doesn't necessarily close the larger story. Because while Aldis has forced McIntyre to answer for his actions, the ripple effects for the chamber finish could extend far beyond a simple one-on-one title offense. There is growing speculation that Orton could eventually be revealed as the mystery attacker behind either Jey Uso's recent SmackDown assault or on the October 17th attack involving Jacob Fatu. Now, if that reveal happens, Fatu would instantly have a motive to target Orton. With Fatu already having documented issues with McIntyre, they could logically pivot toward a triple threat match for the WWE Championship at WrestleMania. Given the mixed reactions, well, we say mixed reactions towards Uso in the main event scene, it seems unlikely that WWE would center the storyline around him at this stage. However, adding Rhodes, who also has unfinished business with McIntyre, could now escalate things even further into a potential fatal four-way match. If that's the direction creative chooses, Orton's chamber victory may have not just secured him a title opportunity, it may have ignited a full-scale chaos at the top of the card heading into WrestleMania. But there you have it, folks, the real reasons why Randy Orton won the Elimination Chamber matchup in 2026. Be sure to leave your comments down below, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.